Friday Night Rants. If you've never been here before, it's where I just go live and I talk about random stuff, I guess, my week. Just rant about random stuff. Or just sit here and try to think of stuff to talk about because I really don't come to pay too much, but I mean, I got a few things I want to talk about. There's a couple things going on that are pretty interesting. I'll wait for some people to pop in, but I had a video that did pretty good. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. You know, got a few subscribers from there. I believe like 25 subscribers, so that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I wasn't expecting that video to get out there like it did, but hell yeah. I funny enough, that's the first video that I actually scheduled for the next day. Usually I just film them, no editing, post it in the middle of the night, and then it takes 2 hours to upload, and it's like 1 o'clock. That was the first video I scheduled for the next day, so I thought it was pretty interesting that video did what it did. And thanks anybody for coming in on a Friday night. I know your time is valuable, and if you choose to spend it with me, I appreciate you doing so. But yeah, I don't know if it'd be any different than watching Netflix or something on YouTube. I've been watching The Walking Dead, and I watched The Mandalorian earlier. That's why I got a little Mandalorian chilling right there, because I watched the first season a while back, and some of the second, but then I stopped watching it. So everything ties in, because I know, because I watched a little bit of Obi-Wan, and then didn't finish that. I know they got like Boba Fett, one about Boba Fett, that ties into the Mandalorian, I believe. There's too much stuff to watch. Too much stuff to watch, not enough time. But I actually bought that from Goodwill, that Mandalorian. I was gonna give it to my brother, but I brought him home and it was a set. It was a set. It had like Darth Maul, it had Anakin Skywalker, it had Luke, Free South Park Mexican. Whop, I don't know who that is. Hey bro, how's it going? Adam. I'm just rambling on about the Mandalorian and how I got that from Goodwill. I was gonna get it for my brother, and then I brought it home and my kids kind of took over them. But yeah, I started off watching the first season, a little bit of the second, and then I stopped watching it. I don't know if it got canceled. I don't know what happened to it, but I gotta finish watching that. I gotta go to like Boba Fett. I started watching Obi-Wan. I just don't got enough time. Yo, what's up? How's it going? It's going all right. Dragon, thanks for asking. Hey, what does this say? Can you tell me what this says? I think that's Chinese. Can you tell me what this says? It's a Tupac shirt. I never knew what it said. I guess I could have Google Lens it or something. But I guess if you're only in Chinese, you can't tell me what it says. Oh, you know what? It's backwards too, man. I hung up this map because I got this is like live streaming on the selfie way, and so I could see the chat, and hung up the map of the world, and it's backwards, man. It's backwards. There's the United States. There's Florida right there. It's all backwards though. But thanks for watching. I got a couple things I want to talk about, if anybody gives a damn about them. Because first, I'll start off with traffic. How about this holiday traffic, dude? I hate it. I hate holiday traffic. Oh, you're Korean? Dude, I'm sorry. I thought you were speaking Chinese. I don't know the difference. I'm just a dumb American. I'm using a yeah. Um, but yeah, I hate this traffic, dude. I hate holiday traffic, and I hate holiday shopping. I've talked about it a couple of times, like Black Friday. But speaking of Black Friday, I guess this was like the first year that people weren't rushing the store because of everybody's doing their shopping online, so they. Oh, it's Japanese. See, I thought it was Chinese. I thought it was Chinese. I didn't know if it was Japanese, Chinese. It's like when people get those tattoos. It's like, do they really know it says what they think it says? I don't know. They could want a Chinese tattoo, and somebody give them a Japanese tattoo. Most Americans probably wouldn't know the difference. I would think. I sure wouldn't. But yeah, I never knew what this said. I got a bunch of Tupac shirts. This is a poetic justice one. Never knew what it said. I assume it says poetic justice. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. But how's are you from North Korea or South Korea, or are you just Korean? I don't know. I don't know. Are you in the United States? But yeah, everybody like Dragon thinks south. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Um, some of my videos should be translated, at least the latest one or whatever. I turned on that auto dubbing. I don't. I was turning it on and off because I didn't know if it did. I don't know if it was good or not. I don't know if it impacted my channel, good or not. I don't know. But yeah, I don't like how people like they freaking, they're all nice, for the holidays, but like they used to rush the stores and like run over people to get the best deals. You know, I like to like this might be weird, but I like to actually like talk to somebody in the store. Like today, I was buying something and there was a guy looking at the stuff with me, and I was like, "Hey, what do you think about this?" Because he seemed like he knew what he was doing. I don't want to say too much because it's a surprise, but anyways, yeah, I like talking to random people sometimes. Asking them how they're doing, but that's like a lost thing. People don't do that no more. So I hate it. I hate shopping. I mean, and the traffic jams. You ever been in a traffic jam in the store? I've done it. I've been there. Jesus loves you too, bro. Thanks for saying so. Um, at least he said so, I believe. Anyways, traffic jams in the middle of stores. It's like, can we get some stores actually I think that was during COVID. They had where you were supposed to go one way, so who the hell followed that? I'm sorry, but you're gonna have but maybe we should have some lines drawn down the aisle, make them a little wider, and then it's like if you want to come back down and look on the other side, you got to do a U-turn, but I don't know. I was like in traffic in the store. Yeah, it does get annoying, and some people get annoyed. I just sit there and wait. It's like whatever, dude. I'm not gonna fight somebody because I want to get by 2 seconds quicker. But this one old guy today, he was like, "Am I in your way?" Like all mad, and I was like, "No, no, you're good." And you know what he did? He like went down the aisle and he did a U-turn. But yeah, this is backwards because of the selfie short, so you can't. Yeah, it's hard. It'd be hard, and there's no way I can turn it around for you. I wish I could, because I want to know. Thank you, thank you. Just scrolling by, Elizabeth. If that's your name. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said that, but yeah, I appreciate that. Sometimes I'm self-conscious about my hair, but it used to be a lot curlier, and I grew it out long, so I grew apart, And I'm getting older, it's falling out, and I was like self conscious about it. But now I don't care. It is what it is. It is what it is. You could see it backwards? Okay. Maybe take a picture of the live stream, and then I don't think that would do anything. But I don't know. Does anybody care about Andrew Tate fighting? Does anybody care? I know I don't got too many people in here, but Andrew Tate took over Misfits Boxing. That was KSI's stuff, promotion. And supposedly he's the CEO now. And he's fighting. They're calling. I got some notes, but they're calling it the fight before Christmas. That's great marketing. But does anybody care? Does anybody care? I don't know. He's fighting Chase Moore. I don't know anything about the guy, but you're saying something in Korean. I can't read it. Just like you can't read this. Like Jake Paul versus 60-year-old Mike Tyson. Does anybody think he's gonna get knocked out? I don't know, man. Like, I don't think it's necessarily rigged, but I think they know what they're doing. I think they, they go in planning not to, like, hurt each other too much, It's like, KSI is like a streamer from London or something, Europe. He's European, not Europe, whatever London is. I don't know. He's from, like, the other side of the pond, like they call it, and he's like a YouTube boxer along with Jake Paul, Logan Paul. Andrew Tate, he was a kickboxer back in the day, so he's the only one was a pro kickboxer. He wasn't a pro boxer, I guess. I don't know. I don't know enough about sports. I seen he had a black eye from sparring, and I was like, some people are gonna say he's part of the Black Eye Club now, if you know what that is, but I won't get into that. I tried to look for some videos on it, and couldn't find shit. You used to be able to find, like, more options about stuff, like if you Googled, or not Googled, but looked up videos. You used to be able to find, like, lots of people making videos about any topic, and now it seems more like the same videos over and over. Like, it's very hard to find random videos. It's like you get the biggest people, the Nick Fluentes, the Candace Owens, and then it's like it's only kind of what they're talking about. You look up something, I guarantee you people make videos all the time that aren't really promoted or seen, even if you look up the topic that it's on, like if it's more towards like a theory, but something I've noticed. Have you ever had a black eye? Yeah, I did. I did have a black eye probably once or twice, I'm sure. But one time for sure, because my brother did a 360 flip. I was sitting on the road, and he did a 360 flip in the truck. The wheel went right into my eye, and I had a black eye then. But you're 9? Oh, okay. And streamer, yes. Hold on, I gotta take out that Zen, because if you have, you're in it. If you ever had a black eye on camera, you're probably in it, right? I don't know. So, no. I've never been invited to no club. Okay, when I had a black eye, I don't remember anybody being like, "Hey, you want to be a part of my club?" But who's that comedian? I always blank. George Carlin. He's like, it's a big effing club, and you're not in it. We're not in it. Anyways, yeah, 0. You never had a black eye? I will throw up. Okay, throw up. I have this written down, I guess. I've never watched Game of Thrones. I should have brought that up earlier when I was talking about The Walking Dead and The Mandalorian, but I've never watched Game of Thrones or Sons of Anarchy or Better Call Saul or The Sopranos or a lot of shows. A lot of good shows I probably missed. You've had too many black eyes, Dragon? What do you do? Are you a do you fight for a living? Are you a fighter, or do you like to? I play I did taekwondo when I was a kid. I think I got like yellow or green belt. I'm not sure. Oh, you do baseball? Have you been hit? Yeah, you get hit in the eye with a baseball. That's terrible. Anyways, what's your favorite holiday movie? Since I'm, it's it's 20 days till Christmas. What's your favorite holiday movie? I think my favorite holiday or Christmas movie. What's your favorite Christmas movie? My favorite Christmas movie is A Christmas Carol, but I think a close second would be A Christmas Vacation, National Lampoon's A Christmas Vacation, Home Alone. I just watched Home Alone. We were debating which one's better, Home Alone 1 or Home Alone 2. You would throw up if you saw a black eye? How is a black eye gonna make you throw up? Have you seen a show? Have you seen The Walking Dead? Have you seen like shows like that? You want like, if a black eye would make you throw up, you wouldn't be able to watch like any kind of gore or any kind of horror movie or any kind of show like that. Oh, probably because you're 9. I don't know, but I haven't finished The Walking Dead. I'm still trying to finish it. All I know is that Negan is the son of a bitch. And I'm sure nobody wants to talk about The Walking Dead anymore, but it's funny. I never got ads or anything for The Walking Dead until I started watching it. And now I'm getting like videos and just ads about it, or like memes relating to the Walking Dead. Yeah, does he not know what a black eye is? Does he? Because if you watch Supernatural, there's demons that have black eyes. So maybe he thought if I saw a black eye, like an actual black eye. But no, like he said, it's just like a black ring around your eye. Some people get broken noses. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but they get broken noses and like Owen Wilson, and then your nose is effed up for life. But sometimes I think it probably makes the person look better. Are you talking about a bruise? A bruise around the eye. Hey, gaming. How's it going? This is my Friday night rant about nothing. Mainly just talking about traffic. It's hell out there right now. Everybody gets so antsy and impatient. It's like sit there and pretend to be all nice around the holidays, but in traffic, they're ready to fight somebody, run somebody off the road. Yeah, I hate it. I think it's because I drive all the time, but I hate being in traffic. I don't get road rage. I don't get road rage, but I do. I just hate it. And you know what sucks is that everybody's on their phone. Everybody's on their phone at like when you get to a red light, it takes so much longer than what it used to because you got to wait for everybody to get off their fucking phone and realize that it's a green light for them to start going. And part of this is because I have a shitty car, and I'm like, man, if I had a better car, I wouldn't worry about traffic so much. But I have a shitty car, and so I got to worry about traffic. It makes traffic worse when you have a shitty car. I don't know if you've ever experienced that, but it's a true story. It's a true story. Do you like brush your teeth at school? Do you like brush your teeth? No, I don't. I don't go to school. I'm too old to go to school, unless we're talking about college. And yeah, my teeth are inside in a box. I'm in junior high. I don't know who brushes their teeth in school, unless you're living there. You know, it's bad to brush your teeth too much. I mean, I should really shouldn't be talking about teeth, but yeah, you don't want to over brush your teeth. I used to work with this guy. He had bad teeth as well, and that's what he always said. He always brought it up. He always brought it up like, oh yeah, my teeth are fucked up because I overbrushed them. I killed my enamel. He's like, I destroyed them when I was still young, and like, he always brought this up. Do we ever have dinner at school? No, we don't have dinner at school. That must be a Korean thing. We have lunch. We have lunch. Yeah, we have lunch and we have breakfast. Growing up through school, I never really ate breakfast, but every now and then they had some like French toast sticks, and it was worth it. Or like I got into in college though. That is like life. Oh, you're talking to whoever's in the chat. Anyways, I'm gonna talk to chat because I really just come live and talk to chat, and then talk about a few things. But back in the day, you got the little cereal that they gave you in school, and like the Cocoa Puffs or whatever, and you mixed it with the chocolate milk. That shit was good. But there like a lot of school lunches suck. Uh, but it took until I was like in ninth grade. I was already a teenager, and I started like developing an appetite to where I wanted to eat freaking like the burgers and stuff. Like I hated the burgers. Like they didn't taste like real burgers, but if you like covered them with mayonnaise and ketchup, then they were tolerable. And I knew this girl, dude. She would eat like 3 cheeseburgers. Like she'd be asking everybody for their cheeseburgers. It's like I don't know how anybody'd eat 3 school lunch cheeseburgers, but they had some good stuff. Like every now and then they had cheese sticks. The pizza was all right. Yeah, one time I got food poisoning from school. We just made some burgers last night, and my brother took me to see this show, and we had some smash burgers that were pretty good. But yeah, the burgers from school suck. But some people need that. They need that school lunch because they don't eat. You know, I once knew this kid. True story. His parents made too much for him to have free lunch, but not enough to give him lunch. So I worked the time, and I would buy lunch. So I would get my free lunch because I was working under the table and everything, and I was at 13 or whatever for like 1 week. But anyways, 1 week it was. But give him, I would give him my I would get the free lunch and I would give him my lunch, and he would help me out in class. It's a true story. And he wanted to be a nuclear. He was like he wasn't too popular and everything, and he wanted to be a nuclear physicist. And I forget the kid's name, but he said he wanted to learn how to make bombs. He was a white American. Just put that out there. But I mean, he seemed cool, but he wanted to really grow up and learn how to do that. He was dead serious. Anyways, I don't know where he's at now, because I don't know his name, but Yeah, that was a true story though. And I'm reading the chat, and I'm surprisingly fit on how much I eat. Yeah. Anyways, I I try to watch what I eat now. I don't really eat too much sweets. I've quit drinking soda. It's almost been a month. I yeah, I really don't. But every now and then I have a sweet tooth, and I will get some candy or something. And that's about it. But I grew up on Debbie snacks and all that shit, and now it makes me sick. It makes me sick to look at half the stuff in the store. Half the stuff in the store makes me sick, dude. Like, I hate it. Like, I want Walmart to stick around because if we lose Walmart, Amazon and whatever, they're gonna take over. So I want it to stick around, but I hate going to Walmart, especially with the self checkouts. It's like we're just sheep lining up, you know, to buy our slop, and and sometimes it smells in WalMarts, and freaking there's flies around the fruit and shit. It's kind of disgusting. It's degrading. And then like sometimes there's long lines and people get antsy and they rush you. You ever have somebody like walk right up to you when you're in line and they're like, you can literally feel them breathing down your neck, and you just want to turn around and be like, yo, back the fuck up. What are you doing? Anybody that gets that close to somebody, there's something wrong with you. It's like, I like, this is Friday Night Rant, so I'm just going to bring it up. I hate it. Sometimes I'm in line, like say I go to McDonald's or something, and if I'm not, or like a convenience store, and if I'm not fucking literally this close to somebody that's in front of me, somebody will come up and be like, are you in line? Are you in line? It's like, no, I'm just fucking standing here for nothing, you dumbass. It's like, of course I'm in line. Just because I'm not up the fucking person's ass don't mean I'm not in line. It's like, I hate that shit. Same fucking people that would be breathing down your neck now are the same people that would be like, 6 feet, 6 feet during COVID. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. This world's fucked up. Yeah, older people. Yeah, older people. They have no freaking respect. And I think some people get a kick out of it. Some people get a kick out of being that fucking close to you. It's like, back the fuck up. But, I'm too nice of a person to say it. Really. But there's sometimes I wanted to be like, yo, back up. And, like, every now and then I'll just, back up or something. Like, if you're standing close enough to, like, run, like, if I run into you, oh well. Shouldn't be that fucking close. I don't get it. Like, I don't care. You don't have to be 6 feet away from me, but and if I'm in line, just because, like I said, just because I'm a foot away from somebody doesn't mean I'm not fucking in line. It's like, damn, dude. I'll be 3 feet from the person, and it always happens. Somebody walk up. Are you in line? Are you in line? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. When they do it when you're at the register. On a bus, I get it. On a bus, you're in there. You're in there with a bunch of people. That's something you got to live with. I took the Votran to work for a while. For a while, there was plenty of times I had to ride the bus, but that's somewhere where you're expected to be crowded. You're expected to have people around you. It's a public transportation. You can't really be picky and choosy. But if you're waiting in line and there's nobody else, why the fuck do I gotta be right up close to the person just for you to assume I'm in line? I hate it. I hate it. Sorry, I just had to get that out. I didn't realize I had to get that out, but yeah, there can be some weird people on the bus. People do weird stuff on the bus, but There's weird people everywhere. You know, sit my kids your age, right? Sit my the kids your. I don't know what you're trying to say. Anyways, like I said, I'm sorry. I don't expect kids to really watch my content, but sometimes I play games, and I guess kids are going to be attracted to that. But that's not the plan. If I wanted like a family channel, I have kids of my own, and I would I would do stuff with them and film it and make it a family channel. But I don't want to do a family channel. I feel like if you're doing stuff with your family anyways, and you just so happen to film it and you want to put it up there, then that could be okay. But if you're like planning stuff around filming and everything you do is for content and the kids are like working, and no, that's too much. That's too much. You know, if my kid gets old enough where he could be online and he wants to do videos, great. But I ain't gonna make him do videos. I'm not gonna, yeah, I'm not gonna use them for a profit or whatever. Uh, that's why I don't like a lot of family channels. I like the South Family from the Axel Show and Adventure Agents, and they're pretty wholesome, and they're the same way. They don't take ads like that, and it's really messed them up. Really, I mean, not as far as financially. They could have made so much more money promoting toys, promoting, you know, food and snacks, but they didn't. They turned it down because one, they don't like unhealthy stuff, and two, they don't want to promote that you have to have toys or to have fun. I predict that there will be a lawsuit coming from kids being made to do videos with their parents. Yeah, I don't know about that, but they're definitely going to crack down on it and not allow that. And in some cases, it needs to stop. It needs to not be allowed. But then we're kind of giving the government the rights to tell us what we can and can't do with our kids. Like say if if you're being a good person and you're not your kid wants to be in the videos and everything's good above board, you still are opening yourself up to be like to have some entity come in and like analyze your whole life, whether it's the government or it's other people online. So that's another part. Like, yeah, if I did stream, like live stream my life or whatever with the kids, it's like I would just show everything and let the chips fall where they lie. But like I said, you're opening yourself up to being like hyper analyzed and all that. Just push them into these. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Dragon, you are a physical person. How do you type? I don't know what they mean. But yeah, I'm not gonna touch anybody. Like I wouldn't touch anybody in public if they're too close to me. I really don't say anything. But enough is enough. Like I'm starting to think like if people are too close to me in public, like waiting in a line like that, then back the fuck up. I might say it, but because I just had enough of it. What is this? Message is held for review. Oh shoot! I don't even know what that means. That's not even real. It's like some kind of AI. But no, I'm playing. I'm joking. Uh, yeah, I don't want to sound like I can't stand people in public. Like I can go to a concert and be around people, but I'm expecting to be close to people. I'm expecting to get my shoes stepped on and shit or whatever. It's all part of the experience then. But when you're waiting in line, you don't want somebody this close to you. You don't. There's no need for it. Oh, you don't think Dragon is? Yeah. Who knows, dude? Who knows? Who knows? You know. I had somebody ask me like, "Oh, why do you pause every word?" And I'm like, "I'm an outdated AI of some kind. Never, never even considered for mass production." Why new guy here? Why new guy here? Sorry, that might be racist. You know what I hate? I hate when I'm talking, and I'll be honest with this. When I'm talking to a Spanish person and I accidentally I, it's a dumb American thing, and I accidentally like say I'm speaking in English to them, but I'm like I'm saying it with like a Spanish accent, and I gotta catch myself and be like, why the freaking? It's not gonna make them understand me any better to have a Spanish accent when speaking English. And I asked the Spanish guy one time, I'm like, do you notice a lot of Americans doing this? And he's like, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. So they notice. They notice. You know? Because at first I didn't know if they noticed. Because I really didn't mean to do it. I don't think anybody really means to do it. But it's something that happens. We've been here for like 2 days in this chat. It's only been like 20 minutes, or no, 36 minutes. You just don't have an attention span anymore. Like, nobody has attention spans anymore. I'm sorry, but social media and all this stuff has ruined that for a lot of people. Not everybody. Oh, this is the last thing I'll talk about, because this is something I wrote down, and I didn't know that people are obsessed with Stanley Kubrick's movies. He's the guy that they said, faked the moon landing. Dude, people do whole deep dives into movies like The Shining and 1,000 Leagues Under the Sea, or what? No, that's not it. I don't think that's his movie. Space Odyssey, 2001, A Space Odyssey. But yeah, I spent like 2 days listening to videos about hidden meanings behind The Shining and stuff like that. Like, he puts diamonds in his videos. It's always like seven diamonds. There's a lot of like hidden meanings that people think, theories behind like stuff in the background of The Shining, including Danny wearing his shirts. That's the kid's name, to like posters or whatever on the wall. And yeah, people do whole deep dives into it. I'm not doing an Asian accent, okay? The Shining is a movie. Here's Johnny, the guy breaking down the door. I swear, that fucking traffic, dude. Talking about traffic. Dude, I'm not the only one. I watched this guy. His name's Carpo, and he's been on YouTube for a long time. And he just recently moved out to the woods, and he goes back and forth to his old house, and he's like, every time I'm fucking here, there's a fire truck, and he's like, fuck this place. He's like, I'm out, He's done. He's over it. He's like, forget the noise. Oh, yeah, the ability that the little boy has, yeah. Yeah, there's whole deep dives into it. Like, he purposely let him into the maze, people think. Like, it might have been Danny that let him out of the... Because in the movie, it looks like the ghost let him out, and it's not really a ghost. It's actually, it could be, like, them going mad and he's seeing things. There's a whole bunch of, like, hidden... But my point is, people do whole deep dives into his movies and what they mean, and... Because I guess he put a lot of, like, hidden things to fuck with people behind the movies. Try to guess your username. Okay. One Piece. Oh, no. One Piece. One Piece. F5. Yep. I thought it was I Show Speed for a second. I was about to freak out. No. I Show Speed in the chat. Yeah, that's really all I had to talk about. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not doing a Korean accent. I don't even know how to do a Korean accent. If I try to do like a Chinese, Japanese, Korean, it would all sound the same. It would all sound the same probably. Just like every black person doing a white person's accent is the same. Hey guys, let's go party, man. Like Shaggy off Scooby Doo. They all, like anytime a black person does a white person's accent. Yeah, dude, hang ten. It's like the surfer. But anyways, I don't even know what Luffy is. Luffy? Is his name Luffy or Luffy? Is it like Luffy or Luffy? I've never watched. Speaking of shows I never watched, I've never watched One Piece. I've never watched One Piece Man. I've never watched Adventure Time. I never watched Super Jail or whatever. Like one or two episodes. I've never watched Rick and Morty. One or two episodes. But I feel like those shows, I've talked about it before, they just got like not worse and worse and worse, but more like deeper and not for kids, like not for even teenagers, like for adults. Oh geez, Rick. Oh gee, see, I couldn't even do his accent. I know what you're talking about though, and like, uh, I wanted to say it, but I don't know. His voice is kind of annoying. But that's probably the point. He's supposed to be like an annoying. I know that much. He's supposed to be like a scared, worried kid. And my username is @hello. F5. I never would have guessed that either, to be honest. Anyways, that's probably the 20th time I said anyways. Don't mind me. I'm just thinking about random shit. I've been on a vacation for the last 2 days. Finally got some days off, so that's been nice. But I don't think I have anything else to rant about besides fucking traffic. In one of those episodes, it says his voice is best and worst quality. Yeah. Are you going live tonight, gaming? I got a scratch off. $2 scratch off. I'm at 58 subscribers on the other channel. And when I get some money, I think I'm going to save up some money and go live around Christmas. And then, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. If I could even save up the money. But I was thinking it would be nice to like, spend like $10, $20 on some $1 scratch offs or whatever, and if I hit anything, just go give it to a homeless person or something. I gotta make a video. On it, like kind of like America right now and how things are going. I gotta talk to like. I did really kind of want to stay away from it, but I told people like a year ago I would make a video on how the state of things are now that, so and so is elected. So I got to find like a middle class person and see if if they're doing any better. I was thinking about talking to like just random people and asking what they think of like the economy and all this, and to see if food got any healthier, things like that. And I thought about maybe talking to some homeless people and seeing if shit changed for them, because I figured it probably didn't change much for them. Like I'm pretty broke and shit really don't affect me too much other than inflation, and when the gas prices go up, that shit sucks. And buying food, but yeah, other than that, I don't know. Shit don't really affect me. But if yeah, I guess if I ever, I was gonna say if I ever started like making money, I would probably be more worried about it because then they would be taking like half my money and all this, and then yeah, there's people that know how to get around that shit. That's what pisses me off. You know, we gotta pay taxes, but then rich people know how to get around it, and it's like it's all within the legal system. It's not like they're breaking the law. They just know how to do it, and it's like a person like me, if I started making money, I wouldn't know how to do that shit. So I'd be getting taxed out the ass. You know? Why did that get deleted? Because of his username? Oh. Oh, I see what he said. Well, F you too, dude. You know, you don't have to be here. If you don't want to be here, you don't have to be here. You know? That's like sometimes people got nothing better to do but to comment on your video. It's like, bro, you don't have to watch the video. You don't have to be there. You don't have to, you know? If you don't got nothing nice to say, then why say anything at all? I feel bad for him, actually. You know? So, it is what it is. Thanks for getting rid of that. But it means happy. Yeah, I don't really care. I don't really care. If somebody says some stupid shit, it's like something's wrong with them, you know? Like I said, if you have no, like, I've heard a bunch of people say this. If you have nothing better than to, like, talk shit, it's like, feel bad for you. You want attention, and here it is. They're getting their attention. So, and it's people that don't have the balls to come on in here and talk to people. You know, they want attention, but they won't try doing YouTube or anything themselves. They'll just try to make fun of people that try, because they don't got the balls to fucking do it. So you know. Yeah. No. Can people even when they say when I'm done with the live stream? Can people even see that shit? Can people even see the chats that were left when they rewatch it? Because I don't know. I'm not gonna edit anything. Yeah. I didn't know you could. I don't go back and edit anything in studio. So when you're, but I can. I can. I could see the chat when I watch it back, but nobody else can. So that's why people like bring up the, what people are saying, because if I'm just sitting here responding to the chat, but I'm not saying what you guys are saying, it's like I'm just talking to myself. So they got a whole conversation in the chat between themselves, and the one guy was like asking what that word meant, and he's like, "Not the creator, not the creator." But all right, you guys carry on arguing whether or not each other are AI or whatever. It's gonna get to a time where when we don't know. So my son was watching this video of sharks around a canoe, and right away I was like, you know, this isn't real. And luckily, people still can tell. And the first comments, all the comments were, "Yo, this is AI." But it's scary that some people don't know. Probably mostly like older people. They think that shit's real. But how much longer before like I had one guy at the gas station. I told the guy at the gas station. I said I was gonna start doing food reviews, and he's like, "Oh, I know somebody who does that." And he's like, "But cover your face, you know, because they got AI." And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "They could use your face on a video." And I'm like, dude, my face is already out there. It's been out there since Facebook, you know? But yeah, how much longer? And it's everywhere. I mean, there's cameras everywhere. Come on. If some dark entity or whatever wants to use your face for something, they got it. They got it. They could find it. That's like when I was younger. I legitimately used to be scared to leave like soda cans because I seen a movie, which I don't know why, but I seen a movie that the kid was smoking a cigarette. No, and I don't know what the movie is, but it's a good movie. And he was the cop offered him a soda, and he took the soda, and then later on, the cop got DNA off the soda, and I was always worried that if I left something like that around, that it was gonna get planted in a site, like somebody was gonna set me up and plant my DNA somewhere. So that was like a irrational fear that I had. Now I don't give a fuck, but yeah, true story. And how much longer before people could deep fake videos of like celebrities doing messed up shit? But they're still arguing about whether the person's real or not. I'm probably gonna get off here in a few minutes. I'll be playing Vice City tomorrow, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and yeah, I don't know. Trying to take more time off doing the lives if not necessary. Gonna do Friday night and Saturday night, but or Saturday day, and maybe drop a video in between the week. But I'm probably not gonna do Saturday or Wednesday. And from now on, when I make a video, I'm not just gonna upload that shit. I'm gonna schedule it for like 2 days later because supposedly it gives YouTube more time to analyze it and to know where to put it and who to show it to. And I did that with the last video, and it seemed to do better. It's like my best video. That's actually me talking. The one before that was me talking about Andrew Tate, and he was like the most Googled person in the world at the time, so that made sense. And I made some videos talking bad about Ben Shapiro, and I felt bad about it at the time. Not so much anymore, but I guess he's not doing too good. So it's crazy how the world works, but I don't think it's up to us to really judge people. It's not like we're not God. That's why I never would participate in like a jury duty because I'm not deciding somebody's fate. And I always told him that when I would get summoned for jury duty, I always said, yeah, I can't summon somebody's fate. It's not my choice. It's not my. And Walking Dead talks a lot about how people could come back, you know, towards the end, because it's the end of the world and they gotta fight for food and everything, and they get pretty bad and they get pretty evil, but there's people that were bad and came back, and like times where they saved somebody that was bad, but then later on they turned good and saved somebody else from getting killed, and that's how the world works, you know. Um, you can't be quick to judge somebody because you know they're still human and they can still come back. And The Walking Dead damn near, you know, saved me from feeling like, oh, because of stupid shit I've done in the past or whatever, I could never do YouTube or whatever like that. Like anybody could come back, and you know, I guess some people can't come back because you know, like, but like they like if somebody's bad, they don't put them in jail in The Walking Dead. We have the option to like put those people in jails and stuff like that, and even then, after years and years, they could ask for forgiveness and all that, and it's not my place. It's not my place. I can condemn it. I could say it was wrong, but I don't know. I couldn't sit there and like uh, you know, say people should be put to death or whatever. And if you really want them to suffer, you should let them sit in jail for the rest of their life. But I don't know how I got into this freaking topic, and I'm just gonna end it here in a couple minutes. But yeah, the show is good. It has like a lot of life lessons. I think a lot of hidden things behind it. I think that's any show, any movie. Like I sometimes people read too much into movies, like the Stanley Kubrick thing. Like I don't think you should be obsessed with like what movies mean and all this stuff. And like like people will psychoanalyze movies and be like, what do you think, what do you think happened afterwards? It's like my grandma used to say, you're not supposed to question movies like that, but you can learn a lot of good lessons from movies, and I've always had, and sometimes it makes you like kind of delusional because if you watch Pirates of the Caribbean, you know, you could be like, you could want to be like Jack Sparrow. I think Johnny Depp kind of. I seen him in a video like drinking rum in some cafe, and he was pretty much Captain Jack Sparrow. Like, and roles affect you. Roles affect actors like that. Like, oftentimes when somebody plays a role for so long, it's like they don't really do anything else. It's like they are that person. You know. I don't know why I started talking about that, but anyways, it's just interesting shit to me. They're still talking to themselves about whatever words mean. But yeah, I'm gonna end it a couple minutes earlier because at this point I really am just rambling. But did you did you uh did you say whether or not you were going live tonight, gaming? If you're still there, they're having a whole conversation in the chat that I don't even know about because I haven't been reading it. But anyways, y'all have a good night. Oh, you're streaming on Twitch? Hell yeah. I'm probably gonna get my son the battle pass. My son, I'll end it on this because it's a good note. But like I said, I have the day off, and past I had yesterday and today off, and my son, he's 10 years old, and he rides his bike to school, and today, no, not today, yesterday, we didn't wake up in time, and the kid got up, got ready, and made it to school on time, all on his own, all on his own, and that makes me pretty proud, because I know some people are probably like, that's terrible, but to me, that's a proud moment. I think we baby kids too much sometimes, and other cultures, they don't baby their kids too much. Like, and sometimes it's a good thing. I'm not here to argue like psychology and all this stuff, but like I seen like most. I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna say it. But like, white people are so coddled, and physically we're weak. You ever seen a black kid like that plays outside all the time? Most black kids are like well fit and exercise. They're like in better shape than me. I seen a 3-year-old like doing backflips on a monkey bars. When my kid was 3, there's no way he was doing backflips on the monkey bars. And so, in some ways, it's a good thing. They're in better shape. They have better teeth. I don't know, something I've noticed. But I just think sometimes we're too coddled. We're too coddled. It's like, let your kid play a little bit. I mean, kids don't even get outside anymore and shit like that. It's a shame, and that's up to the parents. And I'm not here to tell people what to do, man, but that's why I don't go to parks, because when I see a kid that's like acting crazy or fucking throwing rocks or whatever, I'm like, you better not hit my kid. I gotta get the hell out of here before something happens, because it's not up to me to police somebody's kid. But it's like, well, you know, there's a quote off the Trailer Park Boys, fucking, get a hold of your kid, Ricky. You're a whack dad. And that's how I feel when some kids doing some crazy shit at the park and their parents are nowhere to be found. But anyways, that's all I got for this Friday night rant. Thanks for watching. I hope you got your answer in the comments. And catch me on the next one every Friday. I'm going to try to do this. And then Saturdays. And then just random videos. So, catch you next week. Thanks for watching.